Hello, hello, welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. We are going to check what are the messages that we are getting right now for the collective. Just a reminder, this is a group reading, so it might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. So please use your intuition. You are already supposed to know what we are talking about. Don't take on yourself a story that is not yours to carry, right? If I'm talking about masculine or feminines, it is not especially the gender, it can simply be the energy from where someone is operating. So adapt it however it adapts to your story. And also this can be past, present or future. You know your timeline. So let's see what's going on here. I kind of feel that there is someone, maybe many people, maybe some people that are angry, frustrated, and they are angry on you, but they are angry on you for something that they did, right? But I kind of feel like they thought that they could do whatever they wanted and it would not um, snap back, come back to them. But you know, you turn the page and you continue, and then you continue to hurt people, and you just, you know. And it's not the case. It's not the case, and I kind of feel that they got the news not long time ago that they will still have to deal with this situation that they thought that it was over and forgotten with. And it's not the case, and they are very, very angry and very, very frustrated. So you might kind of feel little bit of this energy, but what I mainly feel it is that they got the news a few days ago, and so the first anger and shock and the first movement of this situation is behind, and now is this very painful period of kind of waiting, you know, and this is where the stress is really coming up, because you are not in the heat of the moment in a fiery way, because you just realize that, I will have to deal with this situation. No, now it is waiting. So this is the time where it's kind of more silent, but in this silence you hear your thoughts much more, right? So let's see what are the messages that are coming out. Usually, even though I shuffle this deck normal, I'm reading those cards in the upright, so it doesn't matter how they come out. I might take in consideration how they come out, but fulfilling a fantasy, running away, and expecting new beginnings. Let's see. Kicking to the curb. Kicked to the curb. Sorry. And let's take another one. Game over. Yeah. So this might simply be what, you know, what I described before. Somebody was fulfilling a fantasy, not taking care about who they hurt, being very selfish. And then when it was not comfortable, they ran away. They thought that there might be a new beginning whenever it's comfortable for them. They got some news and they know now that it is game over. It kind of describes what I explained before, but we will get into it and get more information here about this situation. Did I just move the camera? I don't know. I touched something with my head. I don't know what it is. So let's see. Fulfilling a fantasy. Cardinal. Yeah, they started a situation which, honestly speaking, it is kind of even worse, because now their downfall is because of them. They invited it into their life, in fact, right? Let's see, running away. we observe that fulfilling a fantasy, running away, and expecting a new beginning, they all came out in reverse. Even though I read those cards all in the upright, we pay attention and it came out in the reverse. So for me, very often when it's in the reverse, it's kind of going back to you in a way that maybe you didn't want it to. North Node in reverse, running away. Yes, somebody, instead of taking accountability and growing from the situation and allow this situation to bring them growth, or for the situation to grow in a positive light, they decided to run away, take the coward road, and they didn't grow from the situation. It didn't teach them anything, and this is why the lesson is coming now. Chiron. Yeah, they were expecting a new beginning here. But here's the thing. Chiron, it is about healing and growth and trauma and awareness and cleansing and transformation and all those beautiful things, right? It talks about how you will heal yourself. But why is there no new beginning? Because they ran away, because they didn't learn, because they didn't want to heal. They ran away. When you are running away, you are not growing, you are not healing, you are not learning. So, yeah, the lesson will come. Wanting it or not, it will come. Kick to the curb. Yeah. It is not very comfortable, right? There is a lot of pressure in the square energy. They wanted to release the pressure. This is what they wanted. Yeah, okay, I didn't act the right way, but you know what? I read all over that peace is the most important thing. You know, those people that are absolutely not doing the work, the healing work, not taking responsibility, accountability, none of those things, but they will jump on whatever quote they see online talking about spirituality, awareness, healing, that are in fact not for them. It is for people who are doing the work, who are dealing with people like them. And they will jump on that and they will say, no, but you know, it's not that I'm running away. I'm preserving my peace. No, when in fact they are avoiding to take accountability and responsibility, right? So they wanted to avoid the pressure, right? Game over. What should we know here about the game over? Neptune in reverse, yeah, they are awakening from some kind of illusion, delusion, from a dream, for whatever projection they put in their mind, that they will be able to come back whenever they want and that there will be a new beginning. All of those things, they are awakening to the fact that they just built their own narrative, how it was very comfortable for them. Right? But there is no new beginning. It is game over because they ran away. They didn't learn the lessons. They didn't take accountability. And so this news now that came to them, telling them that this cycle is not over, but not the way that they expect it. It's a bad news that came in. It is shocking to them because they were in their dreamland where they think that they can do whatever they want, not take accountability, responsibility, all cool, and then one day come back like if nothing happened, right? So, let's see. Let's see. Fulfilling a fantasy. Fulfilling a fantasy with the cardinal energy. Fulfilling a fantasy. Kind of feel here that there was a whole plan here. even though we are talking about fulfilling a fantasy, I kind of feel here that we might be talking about a relationship. Doesn't have to be, but I kind of feel the romantic relationship, maybe because of what I'm seeing here. Might be. Apply it however it applies to you. But there was here something about this person being very much concentrated on themselves, on building themselves, on their own finances. I kind of feel something here very selfish. They might have enjoyed keeping you stuck in a situation they didn't want you to go, but the only reason why it was because it was serving them, it was serving their own fantasy. You might have felt like you were an object in somebody's life, like they truly made of you an object of their fantasy. They took you like, I don't even know how to say it better than that, a pawn in their game. They didn't ask you, they decided. Tell me more here, please, about fulfilling a fantasy. Yeah, absolutely. They took full control, but not of themselves, of you, of your life. Energy vampire, creating their own stability on you, on keeping you stuck, on nourishing an illusion, building their own material life by taking from you. It's ugly. I feel something very ugly here, I have to say. I kind of feel here also that you might have seen what was going on, that this person was trying to keep you stuck for their own benefits, not caring absolutely about you, and you took the distance and you observed the situation and you took back control of the situation and re-establish your own stability in this very weird situation, right? Tell me more here, please, about fulfilling a fantasy. Yeah, they were burdening you. They were burdening you. They were burdening you. They were doing of you whatever they wanted, and they were not talking with you. They were not giving you any space. Like, you know, it feels like someone who got lost in some kind of Second Life video game. And they decided to bring that into reality. And you are a character in their game. And they have a goal that you have no idea what the goal is. And this is what they are forcing you into. I would love to know if it reflects on you or not in the comments, right? Fulfilling a fantasy. A person lost in their delusion, maybe spending too much time playing games, you know, video games, how do you call those games? Second Life games. And decided to bring it into reality. And you are there and you don't understand what's going on. Because this person is not giving you even space to understand. Yeah. Let's see, running away. What should we know here about the running away? Tell me more, please, about the running away. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. The Eight of Wands. The Knight of Cups in reverse. This is somebody dependent. Somebody who cannot survive by themselves. They need something, they need someone. And the way that they are operating here because they need someone, but I kind of feel that we are talking about someone who is living in this fantasy world. And so I kind of feel, you know, someone who has parallel lives. So it might be someone that in reality they are married, they have children, all of that. But it's very discreet, you know. It would be the kind of person that you wouldn't see on their social media profile that they are married. It's not written that they are married. Understand what I mean? And so, because maybe they think that the married life is boring or something like that, they are having a second life where they are in fact living in this world of fantasies, and they depend on that, they need that. But it seems like there is also a material dependence, so maybe they are materialistically, financially dependent on one of those two worlds. I don't know which one. Maybe with their spouse. And the way that they are communicating, it's very flirty. It's very charming. It's presenting themselves as being the perfect person. But they are not. They are just a seducer, a player. This is the card of a player. So everything is a game for them. Like your life is a game because their life is a game. And they need you. They pointed on you. I know that because we have the cardinal here. So it means that they started it. They started this fantasy, putting you in a role before you even knew it. It was already there. And so it was all about attracting you in this fantasy. This is what we are talking about here. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, this person is totally disconnected from themselves. Totally disconnected from themselves. They don't have a higher conscience. It's crazy. It's like it flirts with mental illness, what I'm seeing here. Again, this Four of Wands. Why is the Four of Wands here? It kind of feels that their life depends on this fantasy, on this illusion, like it is someone who is feeling so lost in their own life that their stability it is not truly a stability, but this is how they feel it, is this addiction to this fantasy. This is what it feels like. Tell me more here, please, about this Four of Wands. Yeah, they saw you as an opportunity to explore your kind of energy, the energy of a Queen of Cups. Loving, caring, empathetic, understanding, caring, loving, romantic. Like it was an opportunity. They couldn't miss it. Four of Wands, the Hermit. How do we call it? Catfishing? Catfishing. This person is observing you all the time. The Queen of Cups came out like this, right? I kind of understand here that you are resisting. You are not participating. You are not part of this thing. Maybe you might have been seduced in the beginning, you know, but when you realize that there is no one to talk to, they are running away from a real conversation, but they are in some kind of communication. In their delusional world, they are communicating with you. But in reality, they are not. They are catfish. But it's like if their whole stability, the stability of their individuality, relies on this fantasy. They cannot live without this fantasy. And when you refuse to be a fantasy and you want a true communication, they are running away. But they are not truly running away because they need you, because you are their stability. So what are they doing? Stalking, catfishing. Okay, expecting a new beginning. Yeah, because they live in their delusions. Let's see, expecting new beginning. It came out like this, right? Expecting new beginning. Yeah, they don't want to end this cycle. They don't want to end this cycle. They are counting on your love, your understanding. Hoping that you become dependent on them. But you totally detach yourself. We have the devil here in reverse. You could see that it was very toxic. You might have seen that this person was totally obsessed, that they were dependent on you, that they didn't want to close this cycle. Maybe they have continued to communicate the way that they were communicating, which is not communicating, but somehow in their world of delusions they are. You know, it might be that this person created in their Second Life game someone that they think is you, and they somehow lost track of what is real and what is not real. But they know, because they want a new beginning, so they know that there is an ending, right? But somehow I kind of feel that even though they are totally aware that the person that they created in this game that doesn't truly exist with who they are communicating, and when I'm saying that, in parallel they might be still communicating the way that they thought that they were communicating until you said stop. Understand what I mean? But I kind of feel here that they because they live in this fantasy world, they blur the line between both of them. Tell me more here, please, about expecting a new beginning. Yeah, exactly. The mind is not clear. There is something here. The mind is not clear. Tell me more here, please. I kind of feel that like it is someone who is unable to take responsibility, accountability, to carry their burdens. They need to put it on somebody else. And maybe in their delusional mind, they think that somehow, yeah, it's a delusion. So everything is possible in a delusional world. Suddenly they will heal, or suddenly you will understand something, that suddenly something will change. And so they will be able to be a new beginning. You know, it's like if they live in a movie. In a Walt Disney movie, you know, something like that, very naive, very doesn't make sense. And so there are parts of the movie that's they just rewrite it, and then they believe in their false reality because it feeds them. They need that. We saw that their stability somehow depends on this fantasy. Crazy, it's crazy. I don't know if this person is in kind of a schizophrenic state, or I hear the Peter Pan syndrome, you know, like somebody who doesn't want to grow up. But so they have like the two masks. In one of them, they appear to be totally normal, have a normal life, but it's fake. It's just an image, right? They are always pretending in this world. And then in the other world, they are this little child who haven't grown up, who haven't healed of some kind of childhood wound. And because they didn't, the only way to survive emotionally, like when life is material, practical, you know, like you pay your bills and you need to make food and all those things, right? It's like concrete life. But emotionally, they have created a parallel life that is at the level of the age that they were when they had this wound. Might be 5 years old, maybe. And emotionally, they are at this stage and they live in a parallel world and they know it. They are conscious of it. But it's like an addiction. Like they cannot release it because there is their happiness. And I kind of feel that they went too far in all of this fantasy. There was a line crossed here between reality and their fantasy worlds, right? Where those two worlds somehow were brought together in a way or another, and so they ran away and they acted from their very immature self, and they did something that now, because you know what they are doing is in fact stealing your life. They are stalking, they are catfishing. In their delirium, you are theirs, and somehow you can have a real life, so they will block your real life. They will truly, there is the difference of the line between their delirious fantasy, right? And then there is this reality where you are not a fantasy, you are a true human being, and you are a pawn into their game. You are a puppet for them. You need to be what they need you to be. And they need their emotional self, because their addiction, they need action. So even if you don't participate, they will force you into it. And I think that this is where they are kicked to the curb, because legalities might have come in. Because what they are doing is, in fact, putting you in a prison. They are using you. You are their object. It's RAPE. It is stalking. And all the rest. It's interesting. Game over. The word game over. The game is over. Just pay attention to this now. Kick to the curb. Kick to the curb. Somebody here is looking at what they did, observing what they did. A person of authority here is observing what's going on. Manipulation. They are master manipulators. Because they don't have any identity. They are going away from themselves. So they are pretending to be this person that people know. This is one mask where they are in the materiality of life, in the concrete life, where they are paying their bills and all those things, right? Having, maybe going to work, dressing up, all those things. But it's fake. Like, it's fake. They are not authentically themselves there. I guess that they don't even feel that this life, they don't feel at ease in this life. because it is in fact a 5-year-old child that is pretending, putting on the you know, there is Halloween now, dressing up as a Superman, James Bond, whatever. So this is one person. So everything is a manipulation, because they are even manipulating themselves. They know that it's over, but because they cannot deal with it, they are manipulating their own mind, refusing that it's over, and forcing you into their game. It's all manipulation, and somebody is observing this now. They are looking back at what this person have done concretely. Tell me more here, please. Look, this person is addicted to you. They are addicted to this fantasy. They might also be in addictions, you know. Might be that this person is a little bit smoking too much devil's lettuce, or else booze. I don't know. Okay. Again, the Hierophant in reverse. This High Priestess in reverse. Tell me here, the High Priestess in reverse. What should we understand here? Also came twice. Yeah, they are not in control of the reality. Emotional manipulators. But you know what I feel? They are not just emotionally manipulating others, they are also emotionally manipulating themselves. So now with themselves they can do whatever they want, you know, if it's not a danger for others. But it is. It is because they have no control about themselves, and they are trying to take control of other people's lives. We are not talking here about someone who's an idiot. It is somebody highly intelligent, but totally lost. Totally lost. Someone totally unhealed. I guess that nobody knows about those two worlds don't come together, I guess. Until now. Until now. Maybe you somehow, dear collective, you didn't agree to be a pawn in somebody's fantasy. Maybe you could feel what was going on. You went and asked for answers. And you broke this perfect world in which this person was living, not taking in consideration all the hurt and the destruction and everything that they caused, maybe to a lot of others before you. Right? Before you, at the same time as you. Maybe also in reality, they have someone. But they have someone, but they are not truly emotionally invested, because they are invested in their fantasy emotionally. In reality, they are avoidant. They are avoidant, even in their fantasy. Because in their fantasy, they can run away whenever they want. It's, you know, they are doing from them their fantasy whatever they want. Kick to the curb. No. The High Priestess in reverse here. What should we know more about this High Priestess in reverse? Ace of Cups in reverse. Six of Wands in reverse. When I saw this Ace of Cups in reverse, I immediately thought about avoidance, right? But with the Six of Wands here in the reverse, they lost. They lost, mainly. This is what the Six of Wands is about. It's about a victory, a losing. They lost your heart. Or they didn't succeed to make a place in your heart. Tell me more here, please. The Emperor in reverse. The Master Manipulator. Wondering if this person is not, you know, also touching into magic, black magic, all of those things. With this High Priestess coming back again and again. We also have the element of the moon with the... I just heard the mother. The mother. There is something here about the mother of this person. What I was saying with the moon, because this card is related to the moon. And the moon is related to Cancer, and Cancer is related to the mother. This is why, you know, I'm just sharing with you my thoughts. The moon, confusion, illusions. It came twice in reverse. You could see above the illusion and the confusion. There is something here that you saw that other people didn't. That they were a master manipulator. That they were avoidance. That they would never ever be anything coming out from this. That this person was only taking, not caring about you. No care. Feeding their own demons on your behalf. Truly feels like dealing with the demon. This is spiritual warfare. Somebody trying to force you emotionally and spiritually into their game. This is truly dealing with the devil. Someone taking control over your life. It's the devil. There is no other way of saying that. Feeding themselves of your light. This is the devil. I'm quite sure that this Peter Pan, they don't see themselves as the devil, but this is what it is. Game over. What's going on here? What is going on here? They got out of their illusion, delusion, confusion, whatever, with this Neptune in reverse. Let's see. stability. You are very stable. I want to see why this Ten of Pentacles came out in reverse. The Ten of Pentacles, we are talking about a destruction of their legacy, their reputation, losing money, a lot of money. The community going against them, maybe. I want to know more. It's not clear to me here. Tell me more, please, about this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Why did it come here? Eight of Cups. Refusing to let go. Temperance. Five of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. I understand, this is exactly what I told you before, but I still don't understand, dear Spirit, why this came out. Maybe it will make sense to me, because right now what I understand from the message, it's once again what I said before, that their stability relies on not letting go. Five of Pentacles, being in the cold. They refuse to see that they are left in the cold. They refuse. In their world, everything is good. Tu peux être clair, s'il te plaît? Let's see. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. It's over. It's their whole world that is upside down. Okay, thank you. Okay, this is why we get this Ten of Pentacles, because their whole world is upside down. Because it is game over. Okay, but I still need more information. They are seen for who they are. Like, it might be very hurtful for them to see themselves as a master manipulator. But this is kind of what it is. Tell me more here, please. Oh no, I will take this one. I will take this one. Why is it game over? You did something. You said something. Yeah, that brought the lights. You could see something. You said something. Tell me more here. Why is it game over? The lights. Someone sees the light. Someone understands here what's going on. Someone understands what's going on. Because you said something. Tell me more here, please. The Fool. You said something about how they were acting like fools. you said something about their behavior. Yeah, that you detach yourself and they didn't. They don't. You healed. Going to a new beginning. Being happy. This shows a light on their version and your version that it doesn't work together. You are stable. They might have painted you as unstable towards the community, towards their family. Projected themselves on you, pretending that you were them. Yeah, and this is the tower. This is the tower. Because not only can people see that whatever they are saying about you, it is not true. It's a lie. You are stable. You seem happy. You have no addictions. You have no trauma bond. You have none of that. You are healed. It's obvious that you are healed. So this exposes the truth. Some kind of truth. The truth that it exposes, it is that they were manipulating this whole situation, manipulating everyone. Which is a tower. Which is destroying this fantasy world in which they have to take accountability now because of the lies that they said about you. And because they didn't succeed to force you into their world of fantasy. You are very much feet on earth. This is the Queen of Pentacles. It's earth. It is someone very much with a lot of foundation. Very real, very authentic, very stable. Stable. Okay, I think that I will leave it here. I think that we have a lot of information here. The most important here, I think that this person is stopped. They cannot continue anymore to do whatever because people are aware of the situation here. I kind of feel that the legal system might be involved here. I'm looking here if there is something. I don't know. I don't see anything here telling me what. But this is happening now. They are in a crisis. They are in a crisis. They might have thought that all of it is a game, because we are dealing here with somebody who's very immature. Like they are so disconnected from their own feelings that they don't understand, like they don't understand. I don't want to say that they don't understand what they are doing, because it kind of feels a little bit know, if you are a victim of all of that, they seem too intelligent in their way of doing things to say that they don't understand. I will leave it here. I hope that it was helpful to you. I hope that it gave you some kind of something. I'm cleansing, right? I'm cleansing the air here with those cards. Yeah, we might come back to that later and get more information about what is going on. I started the reading by saying that somebody is very angry on you. I kind of feel like the child tantrum, right? I don't feel like a total awakening or something like that, even though it might be, you know, it might be that I read it at the level of what people in their concrete life may see when this person is putting on the mask of the superhero, the James Bond, whoever they relate to when they are in the concrete world, the real world. But I honestly wouldn't be surprised if let's say that I hope that if they are into some kind of addictions, like I hope that they get help regarding that, because I guess that they destroyed a lot of people. And I personally, however I see this, I don't see this like, let me be clear, okay? What they do is totally narcissistic. Totally narcissistic. There is no doubt about it. They don't see anything above themselves. But there is here another dimension to that. There is here something. I don't know what they smoke. I don't know what they put in their nose. I don't know what they drink. I don't know what happened to them as a child, but there is here another dimension. There is here something. I have a hard time to see it just like pure evil. It is evil, right? This person needs to be stopped because they create a lot of destruction. But somehow I don't feel that it is purely evil. It doesn't come from an evil place. It comes from a place of totally being lost in some kind of fantasy world. What can I tell you? I hope that I don't offend you in any way if you've been through this, because it's certainly not my intention. I'm just saying what I feel of all of this. So, as said, I hope that it is helpful to you. Wishing you a beautiful day, afternoon, evening. If you've been through that and you know, and I brought you back into it, the intention was good, of course. It was maybe to heal you, to make you feel seen, understood, help you understand. But you know, make some deep breathing. Inhale in 4, keep in 4, exhale in 4. Do a few healings, a few stretching, you know, to release. Drink your water, go for a walk, to release all of that, because this is truly it's heavy. So, sending you a lot of positive vibes, healing vibes if you need them, until very, very soon.